Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do, or we're trying to build around this card, which is Desecrated Tomb. And we're playing an Embalmy version of this deck. So Desecrated Tomb, what it says is whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 1/1 back creature token with flying. So we have to have creature cards leave our graveyard. So the way that we're going to do that is first off we have to get creature cards into the graveyard. We are only going to play 2 of this because our main goal is to do some other things. So first off, we're playing an Embalmy and Eternalize version of this. So what Embalm is so Sacred Cat comes out, it's a 1/1 lifelinking cat. So then we can use it to chump block, do things like that, gain some life. When it dies, we can pay 1 mana and bring it from the graveyard, create a token. So it exiles it from the graveyard and then we create a token of it. So as that happens, instead of just creating a 1/1 cat, instead we're creating a 1/1 cat with lifelink. And if we have Desecrated Tomb, then we create a 1/1 bat as well with flying. So the other thing we're trying to do with this is we are playing Anointed Procession. So everything with Embalm and Eternalize creates tokens that will come into effect. So what we're doing instead is, as that happens, Anointed Procession says if an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. So what we're doing is, as the Sacred Cat would come out, we would create 2 1/1 lifelinking cats, and then Desecrated Tomb would create 2 bats. So we have a little bit of an engine here, as well as just some powerful things that we can play with the Embalm. So I mean, Sunscourge Champion to gain us life, Adorned Pouncer to be a game finisher, Anointer Priest to gain us tons of life and get us to a late game. We have the Aven Wind Guide, which is kind of a finisher. It gives all of our creature tokens that we control flying and vigilance, and he embalms as well. We can get multiple Anointed Processions and Desecrated Tombs out, which can be really powerful. Glyph Keeper is also kind of a finisher. Ways to draw cards, Angel of Sanctions, and yeah, this deck is super powerful when it goes off and when cool things happen, and we're just hoping to run into the right decks that let us do that. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. I'm super excited for this deck, and here we go. Alright, so here we are in MTG Arena Standard, and we are playing a deck I'm calling Embalmy Bat Tomb. So based around the Desecrated Tomb, which it isn't our main card, but it is super powerful. So we are going to keep this. This is a pretty good hand, so we're going to keep this. So we have the one of Reliquary Tower because if we ever do get tokens of Champion of Wits, and we are copying those tokens, different things like that, we can go pretty crazy, draw like half of our deck at one time. But at the same time, it makes us kind of run low on the colors and mana that we're needing. So anyway, we're going to play Shepherd Dunes, we're going to play an Anointer Priest, and then we are going to pass the turn. I actually like this Vizier of the Anointed as well. Ooh, and another Anointed Priest isn't bad here. So what we're going to do is we are going to play Reliquary Tower. We are going to go attacking, hit them down to 19, putting on an amazing clock here, of course, and we will play Sunscourge Champion. So Anointed Priest, we don't really want to get all of them out on the board at once. There are ways that they can kind of take care of that that wouldn't be good for us. Alright, so opponent syncopates. So I mean, we could have played Anointed Priest and avoided the syncopate. So unfortunately, we don't have a chance to get the Sunscourge Champion back. This looks like it is the mill deck. Yeah, so Fraying Sanity. So yeah, this is definitely the mill deck, which actually I mean, it's not amazing for us, but we're not necessarily disappointed by it because we can do some fun things with this deck. So I think what we need to do is we play Scavenger Grounds, and we are going to go ahead and play the Vizier of the Anointed. We're just hoping for a chance to draw the cards that we need to. We are going to... we can put something into our graveyard, but then we mill 2 things instead. One thing is if we put the Adorned Pouncer in and we draw into land. So we go ahead and put the Adorned Pouncer into the graveyard. So that we can create create a way to finish this game faster. The one thing that we don't want to run into, though, Man, I don't know. Okay, Aetherflux Reservoir. This is a very interesting version of this deck. I kind of like it. All right, Plains is perfect there. So we play Plains, we play Adorned Pouncer, create a faster clock for this. We draw a card, and then we are going to go swinging for 3. And hopefully they don't have a way to bounce the token here. Luckily we drew into Plains, so these Glacial Fortresses come in untapped. So we can play Anointer Priest into the Sacred Cat and gain a lot of life at least. Alright, so we play Glacial Fortress. We are going to play Anointer Priest. Play Anointer Priest. Play Sacred Cat. Gain 3 life. Draw a card. We should have done that beforehand, but yeah, we're destroying apparently all of our land right now, unfortunately. Gaining life does matter against this Aetherflux Reservoir. If that is the way they do plan on winning this, Anointer Priest actually can get us pretty high. So it looks like they might, yeah, fog here, so that's totally fine. They're going to fog. Fraying Sanity doesn't do anything right here. So our goal, I believe, is just trying to gain life. Hopefully they run out of fogs. They only have 3 cards in hand right now. So we're in decent shape. We are going to go attacking. They don't have white, so there's no reason to not attack with everything here. Yeah, so they have another fog. They gain some more life. That resolves. We are going to play our Meandering River and Adorned Pouncer and pass the turn. So what we're trying to do is we're pretty close. I mean, we still have to swing in and actually hit them in 2 turns, but as of right now, only 2 cards in hand. Hopefully none of those are removal or are more fogs. But I think we're actually hoping for fogs over mill right now. So they could have Brawl's expertise, I believe, and bounce back the Adorned Pouncer. So there's some things that they can do to slow down our clock. Yep, so there it is. Brawl's expertise, bouncing back tokens, bringing out the Vizier. Resolves. So now we can only swing in for 5 next turn. We can actually make that a little bit more by cracking this Sheffet Dunes. Alright, so what we can do is we play Glacial Fortress. We are going to go ahead and crack this Sheffet Dunes. And I think that we sack the Scavenger Grounds. So lowering their life total, which is good against the Aetherflux Reservoir as well. We bring them down to 12. We get a Sacred Cat into the graveyard. And so next turn we can Vizier, Sacred Cat, gain 3 life. Alright, Patient Rebuilding. So we actually are fine with them milling here because it hopefully lets us draw into the things that we're wanting. Alright, so we are going to, let's see, they are tapped down here. So we could swing in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 again. So we could swing in for 10, bring them down to 3. They're hoping to draw lots of cards, but we probably don't have any more lands in the deck because they're all in our hand. So I think what we do is we go ahead and we are going to fire off the Sheffet Dunes again. So we are losing our lands, unfortunately, but we are going to go to combat, attack in. And we will play an island. And I actually still want to draw a card with that one, so I don't think we bring it in right now. So yeah, we're just going to pass turn. Fraying Sanity mills over our Settle the Wreckage, which we're fine with. And a land, so hopefully I don't draw into another one. Okay, if new Revulet, and we get a Adorned Pouncer and a Champion of Wits. Alright, so, which I believe we can play the Champion of Wits, which unfortunately hurts us with the Fraying Sanity. They're going to sacrifice to draw a card. I think they're searching for a fog here. And they scoop it up. Alright, perfect. So they couldn't find a fog. And there we go. Embalmy bat tokens with no bats so far. Here we go again with another game. All right, here we are again, Jeffro, 4040. So you can see on mine, my name is Kamikaze Jeff, so playing against another Jeff here. Sweet. So we are playing in Embalmy bat tokens in Arena Standard, and we have our bat generator. We have some removal, and we can play everything in hand, so we are definitely going to keep this. Kind of slow, but Champion of Wits helps that out. We can also discard the Sunscourge Champion as well. So let's go ahead with Plains pass the turn. Adorned Pouncer is actually pretty good here as well. So we play Island, we play Adorned Pouncer, and pass the turn. Opponent plays Plains, plays a Johnny's Pride Meat. Another land is actually pretty good here. So we are going to play the Plains. Do we get out Desecrated Tomb now? I don't think we do. We kind of want to hold that back. We can actually hold back the Seal Away as well. So we're going to go to combat, and we're going to do our best to trade with this guy right now, because that guy gets pretty powerful pretty fast. So we are going to do 2 damage, and I think we're just going to hold up the Seal Away. We could Champion of Wits to try to draw into more stuff as well. Get some... maybe a Sacred Cat for the Desecrated Tomb next turn, and that way we just have chump blockers for this guy all the time. So, you know, we're going to do that instead. We can always, if they swing in, we can always Seal Away at the beginning of our turn. Alright, so Anointer Priest I like in the graveyard, and as well as Sunscourge Champion. So that's totally fine there. And now this gives us the Vizier to draw cards as they come back as well. Alright, Inspiring Cleric gains life. He goes up 2/3. Opponent swings in. No blockers right now. Yeah, we're just planning on sealing away, so no blockers. Even though we're fine with getting that into the graveyard, we are okay with this right now as well. So actually, Sacred Cat helps us out here a bit. So now we can seal away and Sacred Cat and then chump block anything else that comes up. And we're pretty good there as well. We could play the Vizier of the Anointed as well to draw cards. Let's go ahead and seal away. Go to combat. Swing in. And they can trade here for any one of these, and we are fine with that. Bring him down to 14. We are going to play Sacred Cat. And really just going to block anything with that. We want it into our graveyard. They play another Johnny's Pride Mate. That's fine. Alright, they're going to swing in with the Inspiring Cleric. Yeah, and like I said, we are totally fine trading here. Get it into our graveyard. See if they have ways to gain life. So nothing yet. So Island is actually really good here. It gives us some more options. So one thing we can do, I really like getting the Anointer Priest out before the bat so that I can just be gaining life. I like the Vizier to be gaining, drawing cards. So there's so many things we can do. Man. But what I think we do is we play Anointer Priest, Sacred Cat, gain some life back. You know what, let's go Vizier first. We're going to be greedy. We are pretty happy with our board state, so let's start drawing cards and just really start controlling this game. And this way, next turn... So yeah, so what do we want to put into the graveyard? We want to put Sacred Cats in. Sacred Cats or Adorned Pouncers are pretty good as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and put the Adorned Pouncer in. We could have put in the one that gives him flying, but I think he costs 6 or 7 to Embalm, so... We are good with this as it is. We are going to stay on the defense here, actually. We wanted to set up our board because we have enough value, you know, I was going to say in hand, but it's all in our graveyard, that we're not too worried here. Resplendent Angel is bad, though. They can start creating a big board if they start getting enough life. We need to draw into another piece of removal at some point here. Sheffet Dunes, not bad. So now what we do is we play Desecrated Tomb. So now we have a blocker for the Angel every time. We play Sacred Cat draw a card, create a bat. Ooh, Disallow. So we can actually disallow the ability whenever it gains enough life there. But yeah, so for now we say no attackers, and we're just going to build big. We have the Sheffet Dunes to swing in. We're hoping that they don't gain enough life at any point here. Inspiring Cleric, that's 4 life, so pretty close to creating an angel here. Let's hope they don't have anything that does that. Alright, they're going to swing in for 3 here. They might have a way to give it lifelink. We're going to actually not block here. We want to create enough bats that we can kill it. Alright, Meandering River, so more land, not bad. We are going to bring back, we could bring back the Adorned Pouncer, but let's just create our engine. So our engine's where they're going to feel like they can't do much of anything here. So we're going to be creating bats, gaining life every time, drawing cards every time. Unfortunately, those cards are lands. So we should have held back the Meandering River there. That was a punt on my part, so I could have had the Disallow. Alright, so they're going to cast down the Anointer Priest right away. So yeah, they definitely see the problems there. We will swing in with nothing. We could swing in with the Adorned Pouncer and actually do damage, because I don't think they want us to be getting that into the graveyard. But we already have one, so let's just go no attackers for now. I'd rather have the ability to trade if they go swinging in. So I think the big blowouts here was... I don't like them gaining life that way. Twilight Prophet can gain them lots of life as well. That's actually, this is a fun version of this. I haven't seen the vampire version of this really. But this is pretty cool. I like the flyers. They're going to swing in. And I think we still say no blockers. We're waiting until we can kill it with the bats. Angel of Sanctions is pretty fantastic as well. So I think that's what we do. We go Angel of Sanctions, take the Resplendent Angel, and then we're pretty safe on board. Like, as soon as we run into a way to create flyers, we're pretty good. So Angel of Sanctions, I think we take Resplendent Angel. They have 5 mana, so yeah, we're going to take action. And now we can hold up Disallow to stop anything that they might try to do here. Let's swing in with Champion of Wits. We want them to trade with that. And just that one for now. So 1 attacker. Yeah, so they take 2. They don't want us to draw tons of cards. I don't know why. So that resolves. We are losing life because it was a Mesa Unicorn. So resolve makes the Ajani's Pridemate bigger. If they have an answer for this, we just throw out the Disallow for anything that would kill the Angel of Sanctions. Alright, so Vross's Contempt, we disallow.
2 hours later.
So we have 3 Anointed Processions in this deck, and all 3 are in the bottom 20 cards. And so, unfortunately, I think that if we had gotten an Anointed Procession in early game here, we would have taken over this game. I don't think that we can now. So I think what we do here is we just block with a bat. We can block with the Glyph Keeper as well. So yeah, just 1 blocker. Oh my goodness. Creating bats, creating angels. Sacred Cat doesn't do it. So here are our options. So we drew into Ifni Rivulet, so we can Rivulet them twice, bring them down quite a bit in cards, and just try to find a way to stay alive long enough. The problem is that they're going to be creating 2 angels every turn. I don't think we can survive that. They have enough stuff here, so I think we have to Rivulet ourselves. And if we don't draw something amazing here, and we put the Anointed Processions we wanted into the graveyard. And you know what? We're going to call a good game here. We just didn't get what we needed right away. So, I mean, like I said, if we ran into Anointed Procession earlier on, we would have really just taken over this game, even with them gaining life. But with how it is, I don't think we have a chance. So we're just going to concede. All right, so we got one of these packs for playing so many stinking lands, and this one looks pretty fun. I got another Hadana's Climb, which I've been needing, actually, so cool. All right, so there you have it. Those were the games with Desecrated Tomb, the Embalmy Bat Tomb deck, and you see the power of this deck. Like, we were drawing cards, we were playing well. Like, most people, once the white life gain deck gets to that point, can't do much about it. I mean, we could have stayed in a little bit longer because we had the Settle the Wreckage, things like that. Like, we probably could have swung in, pretended. But I think the way that our opponent was playing, like, they had us. I didn't want to win from their mistake playing like that, really. Anyway, but the deck was really good. Like, it worked out really well. We never really got to like Eternalize the Champion of Wits, which our opponent was playing well there. But overall, what do you think? What do you guys think of the deck? I don't typically see the Desecrated Tomb. Like, the last few times I played this deck, I've gotten my Anointed Processions, but not the Tomb out. And so it was actually really cool to see how powerful the Tomb was in those games, just to kind of create bats, create more flyers. You know, they don't really feel like they can swing in because I'm just creating bats a lot of the time, you know, and as well as creating more other stuff here. But Anointed Procession, what it does is just makes everything super powerful. You know, like, I can just create lots of everything that was bringing out there. So if we ran into one, I do think we would have taken the game. If we got one, maybe even two Anointed Processions, I think they would have scooped up pretty early there. We would have been able to play a bit more aggressive, knowing that we would get stuff back in, like, you know, tenfold. And so anyway, that was it was a good game, but unfortunately we didn't make it work out. Yeah, so leave me in the comments below what you guys think about the deck, maybe some changes you'd like to make. Leave me a like if you liked the video. Sorry it was so long, but man, that game was fun. I'll try to cut it down to where it's not crazy long, but I think that was like an hour-long video just by itself, that one game, or maybe longer. But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.